On this episode of 6 Months Later, we'll be reviewing what it's like to live with Humanscale's Diffrient Smart Chair. So sit back, relax, and enjoy watching someone else do the exact same thing. Everyone needs a good chair, especially if you find yourself sitting down most of the day. The problem is most of us don't even pay enough attention to what we're actually sitting down on. We typically go to an Amazon or a Staples and buy the executive luxury chair that costs like $100, right? Well, it turns out these chairs aren't usually that great for our posture, they're not very comfortable to sit in, and they have terrible durability. These comfort and durability issues are the reasons why most businesses nowadays equip their offices with ergonomically designed, although more expensive office chairs. When it comes to designing ergonomic chairs, there are really two companies that come to mind, and that is Humanscale and Herman. Now, the chair I'm sitting in currently is the Diffrient Smart Chair by Humanscale. Humanscale is a little bit of a newcomer to this market. They've only been designing chairs for about 2 to 3 decades, where Herman Miller's been doing it for longer. But what makes Humanscale so interesting in this space is they take a completely different approach from Herman Miller in the way they design their chairs. Humanscale puts an emphasis on the beauty and the simplicity of the design of their chair, similar to sort of how Apple designs a lot of their products. Now, currently at work, I sit in the M-Body chair by Herman Miller, and here at home, I sit in the Diffrient Smart Chair by Humanscale. The Herman Miller chair I use at work has around maybe 5 or 6 knobs. If I want to recline all the way, I have to make sure that I have my knob set correctly so that the chair will let me recline the way I want. Humanscale, on the other hand, gives you relatively few options for adjustments in the chair. The chair I'm sitting in now only has 1 lever for the chair height and 2 buttons underneath each armrest for the armrest height, and then you can pull out the seat to adjust the seat depth. That's it. There are no other levers or buttons you have to worry about with this chair. If you want to recline in this chair, you simply recline. There are no knobs or levers to adjust with this chair, which I think is just absolutely brilliant. The amount of resistance you feel when you do recline is set based on your weight when you first sit in the chair. And one of the most important features of this chair is its mesh backing. Humanscale calls it their tri-panel mesh backing. And what they've done is they've sewn 3 pieces of mesh together, and that's what creates the backing. So the backing actually has some depth to it. What's amazing about this mesh backing is when you sit in the chair, you instantly feel comfortable and supported. So no matter your back size, back shape, how tall or short you are, you're going to feel comfortable and supported in this chair because of the way the mesh backing conforms to your back. What makes that great is typically when we start out the workday, a lot of us, we sit up in our chair and type on our computers, type. But after about 90 minutes or so, we're, kind of slouching, typing, talking on the phone, things like that. And the great thing about this chair is as you move in the chair, even though you're not really supposed to sit in it leaning like this, the chair will still give you that support and still make you feel comfortable. Some other nice features this chair gives you are seat depth, which as a tall person I certainly can appreciate. It's very hard to find chairs that have enough room where the seat ends and where your knee begins, so I don't feel like my leg circulation is getting cut off after long periods of time. The seat cushion is also really comfortable in this chair, and I was a little worried at first because it wasn't a mesh cushion or anything like that, so I was like, oh, how's the circulation going to be in the chair? And it turns out, after 6 months of living with this thing, it's fine. It's really good circulation, really comfortable. You can sit in this chair for hours without feeling uncomfortable or sore. Another really cool aspect of this chair are the castors. The castors on this chair are amazing. I've had chairs before that would not roll on carpet, would sort of roll on carpet, then get stuck on the rug, things like that. This chair makes it feel like my entire home is made of hardwoods, which it is not. It is mostly carpet, but the way this thing effortlessly rolls on carpet is amazing. Another nice aspect of this chair is durability. Humanscale gives this chair a 15-year warranty, which really put my mind at ease about buying something this expensive. But aside from that, when you put the chair together, you'll notice all the parts feel really solid. It's mostly a metal construction. Nothing feels cheap. And for the price you pay, it shouldn't feel cheap. But nevertheless, everything really feels solid. Even after 6 months of living with this chair, it still feels and looks brand new. Now, while this chair doesn't come cheap, it retails just north of $1,000. Do keep in mind this chair does come with a 15-year warranty from Humanscale. So if you do end up purchasing this chair, it's going to last you a very long time. Now, if you work for any large or medium-sized company, or really any company that has a relationship with Humanscale, check your corporate discounts. You may be eligible to purchase this chair or any other Humanscale product at a pretty hefty discount. I know I got this chair for around $600, and that was after customizing the color of the mesh backing. I have a graphite color on my chair, as well as a different color Castors set from Humanscale. In the age of technology where most of us are sitting at a desk all day looking at a computer screen, having a good workhorse chair is paramount. The Diffrient Smart Chair from Humanscale gets it done in about all the right places. It's comfortable, it's sleek, it's durable, and it's well designed, making this chair pretty much the perfect chair to have in any workplace or home office. For 6 months later, I'm Josh Tedder.